Hi guys, my name is Izzy. I'm a sporadic YouTuber. Today I'm going to be doing my TBR for my O.W.L.S readathon. O.W.L.S Ordinary Wizarding Levels readathon. So I'm going to not be Hermione because, and yes, I've been choking on her freaking name today for some reason. It's so hard to say today, I don't know. I'm not going to try to be her. I'm going to try to steal her time turner and then do all the classes. It just seemed like the more appropriate thing to do. I don't want to be her, because she's not Slytherin. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to just go from the beginning of the Owls and work my way down my stack. I think I can do this. I think I can do every challenge. My stack is pretty big. That's what he said. So the first owl is Ancient Runes, and that is to read a book with a symbol on the cover. So the Daughter of the Siren Queen is what I'm going to read, if I can spit out the title. And there's not a symbol on the book jacket per se, but there is a symbol right on the cover, and it is like two swords like crossing. I would consider that a symbol. I don't know if you guys can even see it, but yeah, so I'm counting it. The next owl is Arithmancy, and that is to read a book with a number on the cover. I am going to read the one which is the third book in the Selection series by Kira Cass. I enjoyed the first two, and I think it's time I round up the first half of the series. The next owl is Astronomy, and that's to read a science fiction novel. I am going to pick the Star Wars Young Jedi Knights. This is the second book in the Young Jedi Knights series. It's Shadow Academy, and I meant to read it last month, but I failed, so I'm going to read it this month. So yeah. The next owl is Care of Magical Creatures, and that is to read a book that has magical creatures in it or on the cover. So I am going to pick After Alice by Gregory Maguire. This has the white rabbit right there. I would consider him a magical creature. I mean, he's a rabbit that walks and talks and always worries about time and has a stopwatch. I mean, I'd say that's pretty damn magical. The next owl is Charms, and that is to read a fantasy novel. I'm going to count this as fantasy. Right? So I'm going to read the sequel to Winter Song, which is Shadow Song by S.J. Jones. I loved the first one. I thought it was so good. It was like a labyrinth retelling with its own twist. I thought it was beautiful, and I cannot wait to read the second book. And yeah, and this cover is just beautiful. The next owl is Defense Against the Dark Arts, which is read a book that has secret societies or clubs. I'm going to pick Thunderhead, which is the sequel to Scythe. This follows two different scythes, and there is a Scythedom, which is like a society of scythes. So I'm counting it. I just started taking a shower behind that wall, so if you hear water running and stuff and banging around, I don't know what he's doing. So anyway, the next owl is Divination, and that is a book that deals with prophecies. I'm going to pick The Wicked Will Rise. This is the second book, I believe, I hope, in the Dorothy Must Die series, and yeah, I really enjoyed the first book, and I believe there was some prophecies mixed in, but I'm really excited to continue with the series, so I'm picking this one. Look at the green, there we go, House Pride. Should have picked all green books. That would have been really hard. The next owl is Herbology, and that is to pick a book with a nature word in the title. I am going to pick The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. This has the word wood in the title. I would say it's a very nature word. A nature word. I can say it. The next owl is History of Magic, and that is read a historical fiction book. I am going to pick Black Souls by Nicole Casherman. This is the sequel to Black Hearts. This has to do with like pirates. I can't remember when it's set. It's like the backstory of Blackbeard, the pirate, and I would consider that historical fiction. Now Josh's alarm is going off as well. So I would consider that historical fiction, but yeah, I'm counting it. The next owl is Muggle Studies, and that is to read a Muggle nonfiction book. For this challenge, I'm going to read Turn Around Bright Eyes by Rob Sheffield. This is a memoir of sorts, so I'm counting it. And yeah, I'm really excited about this one actually. The next owl is Potions, and that is to read a book that deals with alchemy. I am going to pick Half Wild. I don't know if this has to deal with alchemy per se, but I think there's alchemy-esque elements, at least in the first book. So I'm counting it. I'm probably stretching it really thin. I could read Discovery of Witches, because I do have that, and that does directly deal with alchemy if I'm not feeling this. But yeah, this is the second book. This is the sequel to Half Bad, and I did enjoy that book. A lot of people didn't, but I did. The last owl is Transfiguration, and that is a book that deals with shape-shifting or has a cat on the cover because of Professor McGonagall. So I am going to pick Beastly Bones. This is the second book in the Jacoby series by William Ritter. I really recommend this series, by the way. I think they're a lot of fun. So that is it. That is my O.W.L.S TBR. I love you guys. Peace. I'm out. Goodbye.